Hello, I'm back. It's time to read more comics. Read more comics. Because that's what we do every Saturday is read comics. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hender's moment. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of those tonight. There's gonna be a lot of those tonight. Cause we're reading the Knuckles Miniseries. So many dreads. Yeah, there's a lot of dreads on that guy. Especially the one on the left. The one on the left has a lot of dreads. You didn't do Archie Sonic last Saturday. Yeah, because I was tired. I said so on Twitter. You guys should check my Twitter more often. Because that's when I usually do most announcements. Do you like Julie Sue? I don't know. I haven't seen Julie Sue yet. Like I have said before, I've never read the Archie comics. Ever. This is my first time ever reading them. The reactions that you're getting from me are genuine reactions. Oh, I see we got a new member. Oh, by the way, new members and current members of the special squad, you guys get a video tomorrow. You guys get to see a video a whole week early. So if you're very interested in doing that, you can join the membership. There's a join button down below. If you're watching on mobile, you have to close the chat in order to see it. It's just a big blue button that says join. You click it, and yeah. It does cost money though. That's the catch. Okay, why don't we get into reading this comic? It is Sonic's Friendly Nemesis Knuckles, issue number 1 of a 3-issue miniseries. I'm assuming that, oh, yep, there's there. Thank you, Jacob Foster, for becoming a member. Assuming these two echidnas are the brothers that we saw previously, that are both related to Knuckles. And one of them is Knuckles' dad. I think it's the one in glasses, I'm pretty sure. There's some guy on fire. And then there's Knuckles with the Chaos Emerald. A lot going on in this cover. How long did the Archie comics last? Many years. Many of years. Alright, let's get into it. Woo! There's Knuckles. Sonic the Hedgehog, with great reluctance, presents his friendly nemesis Knuckles in an all-new miniseries featuring the Mystery of Archimedes and an extra special guest appearance by the Chaotix. Whoa! It's an advertisement for this own comic. In the comic. So what are you waiting for? Turn the page, because the wonderment is about to begin. Wait. That's just a lot of copyright stuff. I can't see his name quite yet. Let's see. Oh boy, reading! My favorite. Of the countless natural wonders on the planet Mobius, none can compare to the awe and majesty of the fabled floating island. Its secrets, including those of the legendary Chaos Emerald, are preserved and protected by Knuckles the Echidna. He is the most current sentinel in a long line of guardians. Though forever apart from the affairs of those who dwell below, the island has its own unique tales of triumph and tragedy. Raised to lofty heights by the power of science, technology would eventually prove a double-edged sword and a culture's ultimate downfall. Once home to the most advanced society in living memory, the land has since reverted back to wilderness, but buried deep beneath the shadow of Mount Fate lie signposts to a checkered past and the artifacts of days perhaps best forgotten. Still, history has a knack of refreshing the memories of those who fail to heed the lessons. And that's where our story begins. Ho-wee! Boy, I sure do love reading walls of text. And the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald does not exist currently in canon. It's just Chaos Emeralds. And there's more than 7, apparently. So yes, as we've learned previously, there was a guy named Dimitri that tried to take the power of the Chaos Emeralds. And it didn't work. It did work. He was very all-powerful, but his ultimate downfall was ants. Ants. Ants, fire ants specifically, broke through the walls of the chamber and caused it to crumble down and destroy everything that was in it, including Dimitri. So, yes, died to ants. Ants, of all things. Alright, let's begin. For real this time. Deep within the bowels of the fabled floating islands above Planet Mobius, a vast underground complex is about to be invaded. The ancient guard, their secrets. The ancients guard their secrets well. Chamber's lousy. Lousy? Lousy with motion sensors. Huh, that's an interesting way to say that. Everything from tripwires to pressure plates to complex infrared airwaves. Trapdoors and deadfalls as far as the electric eye can see. Booby traps, both ridiculous and exotic. No way can I cross the room without setting at least one of them off, so, is he gonna... Yep, he's gonna set off all of them. Whoa, check it out. He's just setting all of them off with reckless abandon. Let's check it. Let's check it. Yep, there he is. There's his name right there. You gotta check for it. I mean, I knew this was gonna happen because this was a Knuckles miniseries, so... Thank you, Gaming Tinkerer, for the dono. Just awoke up from my slumber so I don't miss out on this Archie reading stream. Well, you know what? Me too. I just woke up from a nap too. Bruh, man could have climbed the wall behind him and glide. I mean, he could. But Knuckles isn't very smart. Knuckles isn't a very smart man, as we all know. He may have vast knowledge of the island of Angel Island, but when it comes to strategies, he's not the best at making those up. Whoa! Frizat. My ancestors didn't leave much to chance. They've thrown in everything but the kitchen sink. Kaboom! Whoosh! But one thing I won't throw in is the towel. Kaboom! Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Look at all these sound effects! Ooh, Gradunge. That's a good one too. Gradunge. Sonic Movie 2 vibes. I like that the part where Sonic was in the labyrinth and he was setting off all the traps instead of being careful. After all, if you can't stand the heat, fight fire with fire power. Fwavoom! Crash smash. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Good riddance to bad rubbish. What's a nice echidna like me doing in a hidden temple anyway? How'd I get myself into this mess? I should be asking you that, Knuckles. I should be asking you that. That's echidna tech for you. Yeah, in this comic. In this universe. You can really tell that Ken Penders wrote this. He has a very specific writing style. He does a lot of isms. He has a lot of like he's just like throwing in all these puns and all of these like wordplay thingies. He's really into wordplay. He's writing Knuckles like he writes Sonic. Where Sonic is like, I'm fast and I'm kicking butt and this is a hut. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but if you read, there's a lot of like he says like if you can't stand the heat, he was like they're throwing everything at me, but I'm not throwing in the towel. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Same way I always do, by leaping without looking. And when I wasn't looking, Archimedes put the snatch on the chaotix. He'd been plaguing me for weeks with taunts and riddles, but that was the last straw. I searched for answers, only to find Mount Fate. Dad often spoke of the myths and legends which center around it, dating back to when our homeland first touched the sky. Generations later, brothers Edmund and Dimitri sought to return this island to Mobius. So many... Yeah, we learned about all of this. And look! Dimitri and Edmund actually have, like, designs now. 'Cause if you look in the previous comics, they were just like Knuckles clones, but now they have like unique spines. Like Dimitri has that like swirly spine going on, and Edmund's spines are a lot shorter, and he's got like goggles and stuff. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying. They are certainly trying. Knuckles meets his ancestors. Oh, no, it was a flashback. It was a flashback. Not quite. Ooh. But Dimitri's arrogance would have proved Echidna Society's downfall. He absorbed the energies of 11 of the 12 Chaos Emeralds which held Echidnopolis afloat, only to be buried under the ruins of his own dark tower by ants. Mind you, it was by ants. As penance, my people renounced all ties to technology, though they preserved artifacts of their scientific heritage in a grand conservatory beneath the shadow of Mount Fate. And I'm guessing that's where Knuckles is. They do have fingers, yeah. They have fingers for some reason. Instead of like boxing gloves. Uh-oh. Indiana Jones! Gradunge! Odds are this underground city is where Archimedes took the Chaotix, and he's using it for his base of operations. He's always one step ahead, but I'm the one behind the 8-ball. Rumble. And there's Mount Fate, which is shaped like a skull. How convenient. How very convenient. 4 fingers only. Oh, you're right. They did only have 4 fingers. Also, another thing about Ken Pender's writing style is he's very into references. He likes referencing things. As you can see, he is referencing Indiana Jones in this comic. Tikal had fingers. Yeah, you're right. Tikal did have fingers. Rumble. Oh, he escaped. He escaped the ball. Thoom. Oh, Mount Fate exploded. Mount Fate exploded. It went kaboom. Well, actually, it went thoom. Thoom. Next page. Next page. Next page. Phew, that rolling rock almost gathered some echidna-colored moss. Glad the doors weren't built for Ivo Robotnik. Speaking of doors, there sure are a lot of them. Wonder what's behind this one. Swish. Some sort of portable concussive blaster, like the ones upstairs, only smaller. I bet that's what my ancestors used to dig out of this complex. Better take it with me, in case I run across any more obstacles? Something's coming out of Mount Fate! Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Knuckles has a claw. I don't think that's what that is. Thank you, Jacob Foster, for the dono. Thank you. Here's some money and a hug for you, SNT. Also, sorry about missing your stream from earlier today. That's okay. It was a little bit early for me to stream. And the beginning of it was kind of a mess because OBS was very unhappy with me. And I had to delete a bunch of stuff. Good workmanship. Could never knock it down with my fists. Fortunately, Kachak, I came prepared. Krakoom! Oh, there he goes. Thank you, Gaming Tinkerer. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing it's this character. I thought that was Dimitri. Because it looks like his spines or his dreads. Which is more important, your friends or the threat of the floating island? Had you fought together instead of separately, you wouldn't be here. Still, intelligence aside, your performance has been adequate. Turning the conservatory's defenses against themselves was elegant in its simplicity. Although a trifle melodramatic, still you correctly reasoned that the key to the present lies in your past, that the path best guarded holds both the most peril. Oh, there he goes, whoever he is. He's flying through the sky. Knuckles is playing Call of Duty. Knuckles had a gun before it was cool. Oh, look, some lovely fan art. Oh, look, somebody cosplayed Knuckles. How cute. Look at that. It's a cosplay of Knuckles. That's pretty cool. He's got fingers, though, but that's okay. There's Knuckles, and there's Sally, Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, this one's from Australia. Wow. Very cool. Art from 1996. It's an ant! I can't believe it! It's an ant! And the brightest promise. Charmy, Espio, Mighty Vector, you're alright? Why shouldn't we be? Our host has been very gracious. Yeah, and he fed us too. Pull up a chair. There's spare ribs to spare. He's an ant! Of course he's an ant! That makes so much sense! I guess? Wait, don't echidnas eat ants? Uh-oh. Where did that ant get the spare ribs? He's an ant! I don't want lunch, Vector. I want answers. So you're the big Mamba Jamba? Of course. Hang on, that deserves a Penders moment. The big Mamba Jamba. Archimedes. Look, he's trying to think. I've been thinking, wise guy. And my train of thought led me here, to the Grand Conservatory. Obviously, you've got a hold of my ancestors' abandoned technology, hot-wired these robots, and made them do your dirty work, like kidnapping the Chaotix back in Chaotic Special. Meanwhile, this is still happening. Oh boy. Oh goody goody. So much is happening. And so much is happening all in one place. Oh, wait. I gotta fix it. That wasn't the end of the comic. I have to fix it. Here we go. And then we go next. There we go. Now it's fixed. I don't know why OBS doesn't like having these pictures all in one place instead of me having to load like half of them and then half of them another time. I think it's because the scans are so big. Because I didn't get these from the same place as most of the other comics. I think it's the scans are very big and it's just like, I don't wanna load all of those. That's too hard. Alright, let's see. What I don't understand is how you disappeared last time in the Chaos Chamber and carved your initials into a solid hunk of solid granite. Archimedes. You're small, but hardly invisible? He's gone! Ha 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 ha. Uh-oh, here he comes. Here he comes, whoever he is. Blue smoke and mirrors, the magician's art? A little misdirection goes a long way. And for the rest, favoosh, whoa! Think you're pretty hot stuff, huh? As a matter of fact, I do. My people have pulled echidna fat out of the fire more times than I can count, as far back as the origin of this island. The fire ant is correct. His kind once thwarted my will, but that was long, long ago. I have grown, learned, evolved during my imprisonment beneath Mount Fate. 4 fingers. He's got 4 fingers. Dun dun dun. Why is he smaller than Charmy? Because bees are bigger than ants, of course. Obviously. Also, they keep making Charmy bigger and bigger. Oh, this is Enerjack. Okay. Interesting. I have heard of him, but I did not know who he was. The echidna scientist Dimitri is no more. Today, Enerjack reigns supreme. Dun 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 dun. Everybody's so shocked. It's the guy, it's him. It's that guy. It's that guy, whoever he is. Enerjack? The great evil of legend? Everyone, get back! You don't know what you're dealing with. A fraud, that's what. Dimitri was destroyed, crushed by the rubble of his dark tower. No one, nothing could have survived. How quickly they forget. 11 shattered Chaos Emeralds empower me. I am immortal, eternal, and indestructible. Oh, well, let's just see how indestructible you are. Good. I was hoping you'd try something foolish. Uh-oh. We got a big battle going on? We got a big battle going on? We're about to go in. Oh, I see. Here we go. Vumble. Oh, and everybody exploded. Everybody bounced right off of him. Fa-voom! Fa-voom! And easily defeated by ants. Get that ant guy in there! He's got magic! Get Archimedes in there! Boom goes the Chaotix. There. Now that your expected show of resistance has been extinguished, events may proceed in an orderly fashion. Though Echidnopolis has long since fallen, my dreams of conquest yet endure. These Chaotix could prove useful to me in the world that is coming, but you, the descendant of those who arranged my defeat, deserve a better fate. Ha 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 ha. Oh, they're being thrown into a vortex! Posted fan art about a month ago. It's really cute. Where did they post it? Was it on Twitter? I might have missed it. I get a lot of notifications on Twitter. So if I miss any fan art, it just happens. It just happens and there isn't really much I can do about it. They're being sucked into DeviantArt. No! Whoa. Ha 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 ha. Pfft. What a wild ride. Lucky we're still in one piece. Depends on how you define luck, Echidna. Where are we? I'm not sure. But from the looks of things... It looks like you are in a desert. It really is DeviantArt! Oh, it's another 2-page spread. It's gonna be a long walk home. Whoa, what does this say? Hang on. What does this say? To be continued in the next one. Da 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 da! We gotta go to the next comic now. Oh, look! The floating island. It's a map. Map of the floating island. Wow, it's so detailed. I didn't think there was much on the floating island. There's so much tiny text. Ice Cap Zone is on the floating island? I guess, I mean, Sonic Adventure 3. Sonic Adventure 3? No, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh my god. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 did take place on Angel Island, so I suppose that makes sense. Lava Reef, Hidden Palace, Hydro City, or Hydrocity if you want to say it like that. I need some water. So, Knuckles and Archimedes were sent to Sandopolis. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Let's move to the next comic. Next one. Number 2. There we go. Sonic's friendly nemesis Knuckles, issue 2 of 3-issue miniseries. Is that a sandworm? It's a big old sandworm. Check it out. It's got tendrils and whatnot. Very interesting. I bet Penders wrote this. I think he wrote all 3 issues. Because, you know, Knuckles is kind of his comfort character. It's so to speak. So to speak. It's his, he thinks Knuckles is his character, but he's not, you know. Ooh, what's going on? Sonic the Hedgehog, with great reluctance, presents his friendly nemesis Knuckles and the echidna's reluctant traveling companion Archimedes. As they confront a menace from the floating island's past, the renegade scientist called Enerjack. There they are in the desert, and there's Enerjack. Such crazy, crazy things happening. More reading! Oh boy! My favorite. Knuckles' ancestral heritage was one of duty and honor, or so he'd been led to believe. But today, a threat to the floating island and all existence has unveiled the dark side of Echidna civilization. His role as guardian of the Chaos Emerald, long thought the noblest of callings, is, in truth, atonement for the treachery of an ancestor who dared place himself above the greater good. That ancestor, the renegade echidna scientist named Dimitri, has survived 1,000 years of imprisonment beneath Mount Fate and returned to work his evil will as Enerjack, harbinger of chaos. The Straits? S-T-R-A-I-T-S. The Straits are dire, but Knuckles is not alone. At his side stands Archimedes the Fire Ant, ambassador of a race which shares a secret symbiotic relationship with the Echidnas, a relationship dating back to the origins of the island, even though, in theory, their peoples are natural enemies. Now confronted by a greater evil, Knuckles and the unlikely ally must apply the lessons of the past to the present, or there will be no future for any of them. More lore! Lore, 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 lore. Reading in a book? Who knew? I mean, this is a comic book. You gotta have at least some pretty pictures to go with it. I mean, we do have some pretty pictures in the background, but it's a little hard to see. It's a little hard to see with all the text on it. So this is the Sandopolis zone, huh? Just the way I'd always pictured it. Only with more sand. Enerjack sure meant business when he exiled us here. It'll take days to cross the outback. Assuming we survive. Vrumble. Got any bright ideas on how to do that, Echidna? Keep our wits about us. Look for food. And pray. Roar! Uh-oh, here comes a sandworm, just like in... Insert movie here. I don't know, there's a lot of sandworms. There's a lot of sandworms in movies. Dune, I suppose. It was an Alaskan sandworm! Beetlejuice, yeah, Beetlejuice has them. Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill. This is Sandopolis, though. Oh, there we go. Sonic, Friendly Nemesis Knuckles, Rites of Passage, Part 2. Throom. Oh, we gotta take a look here. Gotta take a look. There he is! Of course he's here. Of course he's here. But, you know, it's a staple now. It's a staple now. A sand crawler, the biggest I've ever seen. Their heat seekers track their prey by its body heat. Uh-oh. Pop always said I was a hothead, but... Roar! Fwoosh! Yo, Cecil, why not pick on a hotter tamale, eh? Archimedes, what do you think you're doing? He's saving you! He's saving you! Using myself as bait, and before you know it, point, Fadoom, point, Vermble. This one's on the rocks, Krakoom. Oh, and now they're eating it. Now they're eating the worm, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's where that meat comes from. They're bonding! How nice. It's big, scary, and green! Archimedes, back at the Grand Conservatory, you said your people had pulled echidna fat out of the fire, going as far as back as the origin of the floating island. From the last issue. What did you mean by that? Good question, Guardian. You're not as helpless as I thought. If you've learned anything, it's better to listen than to speak. Echidna legends tell of a time when our island was landbound and imperiled by a great white comet. How do I know? Because my people were there. In response to this threat, your echidna ancestors had concocted a daring plan to save their city. They gathered Chaos Emeralds and dumped them into the crystalline caverns beneath the city. I remember that. I remember when they said that. More comic! Oh, goody, more reading. The plan was to focus the gem's energies through this chaos chamber, negate the force of gravity, and physically uplift Echidnapolis out of harm's way. An inspiring plan. One which might never have worked if we fire ants hadn't performed the groundbreaking ceremony. I see. My ancestors granted our island the freedom of the skies, a freedom it enjoys to this very day. Not the first time we'd saved echidna bacon, or the last decades later. Technologists Edmund and Dimitri devised a method to return this island to the ground. The scientific elite thought it too dangerous to try, but that only served the goad. The goad? G-O-A-D? The power-hungry and unstable Dimitri there. There's a lot of weird words in this one. Yeah, they have fingers. Yeah, the Echidna brothers have fingers, if you could see. It means to provoke. Oh, okay. Goad means provoke. Interesting. Next page. Driven mad by his own ambition, he used the Chaos Siphon he and his brother had designed. It drained the power of 11 of the island's 12 emeralds into himself, and raised a great dark tower as a monument to his treachery. Eating away at its foundation, my people collapsed the tower within itself, burying Dimitri beneath Mount Fate for all times. Since then, we've always been there, behind the scenes, lending a helping hand as needed. From generation to generation. That's why I'd been testing you, to make sure you're up to the tasks that lie abad. Then Dimitri resurfaced as Enerjack, captured us, and the rest is history. Right? Right? And dumped us here out of spite. Dimitri Enerjack was the most feared menace in record history. And he has over 1,000 years to plan his revenge. We've got to get back to the Grand Conservatory before he sets those plans in motion. There he goes. He's a-flying. He sure is a-flying. Everyone has fingers in Pender's lore. Even Knuckles? Even Knuckles? Excellent. With the Guardian and the Fire Ant dispatched, and their allies, the aptly named Chaotix indisposed, I may affect my homecoming undisturbed. That's a weird sentence. How was your nap? My nap was fine. You know, I turn on a YouTube video and then lay my head down and then I'm out. That tends to happen when I take a nap. He has Minecraft creative mode. Also, Gaming Tinkerer, I'm glad your nap was good too. At long, long last, the former site of Echidnopolis, or should I say, the once and future site of Necronopolis. Ha 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 ha, crumble. Wow. Blue skidoo, we can't do. Ha 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 ha. So hot. Need water and food? Mmm. Oh no, he ate him! And now his mouth is on fire. Don't ever do that again. And there's Enerjack doing evil deeds once more. Knuckles, how could you? I know desperate times call for desperate measures, but this is ridiculous. The sun continues to rise. Woof. Knuckles. Huh? Who? There's Enerjack doing more evil deeds, as he does. Yeah, Archimedes was too spicy. He is a fire ant after all. Dad? You must be brave, my son. You must be very brave. The path which lies ahead is a long and difficult one. Enerjack can be defeated. The key to your present peril is in our past. You've come so far. Too far to surrender to despair, especially when salvation... ... There he goes again. Raising the roof. Remember who you are. It's Mufasa, but echidna. Waits beyond the next rise. I don't believe it. A hidden oasis. There he goes again. Can't they just, like, break up the story and have, like, a page of Enerjack doing this thing? I know they wanna, like, convey that this is happening at the same time and try to create, like, suspense, but, it's getting a little annoying that, like, a third of the page is Enerjack just doing evil stuff. It's Ken. Yeah, I know. It's bugging me. It's really bugging me. Sploosh. Splash. That's enough rest and recreation for one day, Guardian. We were lucky to find this place. No, luck had nothing to do with it. Someone or something meant for us to reach. And there's Archimedes doing evil stuff. Continuing to do evil stuff. I'm gonna raise those stone slabs because I'm evil. He's raising... I guess he's making another tower. Another dark tower. Like he did originally 1,000 years ago. Oh, wait. I gotta load more of the comic. There we go. There we go. The oasis. It's gone. But it had to be there. That would explain those hot peppers I was eating. And the supplies from these backpacks. They're not a mirage. They must have come from somewhere or someone. Even if the oasis was a mirage, That city in front of us is real as it gets. Ah, yep, you built a city. The first evil deed of Enerjack, he built a city with no one's permission. He didn't have a permit for that. He's raising the roof. I said that! I said that earlier. Evil stones, wow. Yes, very evil. And some fan art! I like this mini comic here. And then we've got Knuckles. And we got the Chaotix. Where's Charmy? They forgot to draw Charmy. They forgot to draw Charmy in this picture. I'm calling them out. They made a mistake. This art from 1996, there's a mistake in it. Meanwhile, in the dark city that Enerjack built, tap, 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 clong. Enerjack's been one busy echidna. He's recreated Echidnopolis into a dark, corrupt reflection of ancient history. It's like one big maze. Any idea where to look for him? Well, if Dimitri's running true to form, he's probably holed up in his new home, aka... The Charmy hate was real even back then. Did people not like Charmy back then? Do people not like Charmy now? I'm not one of those people. I like Charmy. Enerjack Citadel. Oh look, a reference. Yo. That's the Wizard of Oz. Oh, we had to have one reference in there. Hang on. This calls for a Ken Pen moment. What's to like about Charmy? He's cute. And he can be funny at times. It's the Wizard of Penders. Ken Penders jump scared me. Ken Penders jump scared me. I forgot to turn him off. Then what are we waiting for? Wahoo! Kerwham! Blam! Blang! Pow! Badooey! Blang! Wait! It's a robot voice! We have to bring this back. The Citadel is under attack. All units converge. There we go. Holy. Robot voice on. The robot voice took a little while to load. I don't know why that happened. Rumble. Fwavoom. Oh, wait, gotta have the robot voice again. Crush, kill, destroy. Swag. I'm sorry, that was a really old reference. Smooth move, genius. Now every mecha-naut in the city is after us. Exactly. Gate release, clack. Won't do my distant grand uncle a whole world of good if they're out there. And we're in here. Gradunge, kerplunge, kerrunge, kerrunch. Boy, am I sure glad those robots are out there and we're in here. And Knuckles is the sheriff. And we're frozen out here. And we're in there. And I just remembered we're out here. Whew. Next time you pull a crazy stunt like that, give an ant a little warning first. Sorry, something's not right. We've gotten too far, but with too little resistance. I thought Enerjack would have better... Better what? You better watch out. You better watch out. Defenses? Ow! Sting! Rumble. Are those music notes? Oomph. Doom. Oh no. As a matter of fact, he does. Not the Chaotix! They've been taken over! Their minds have been taken over! There they are! Oh no! To get at Enerjack, we have to fight the Chaotix! To be continued. Oh no! Not the Chaotix. They're one of my favorites. Ooh, another map! How fun. The map of Necronopolis, formerly Echidnopolis. There's all of the highlights of the city. Yep. And then there's Angel Island all the way over there, I guess. Even though Angel Island is supposed to be the entire floating island, but I mean, they didn't know that. They didn't know that back then. Is that the end? That was the end. Did you plan on doing another hot tub stream with more of your friends when summer rolls around? I enjoyed the one you did last year with Maria. Also, you two looked cute. Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who's available around that time. Now to get the last of the series. Last of the mini-series loaded. Lock and load. There we go. Sonic's friendly nemesis Knuckles, number 3 of 3. And there's Knuckles in the rain, fighting the Chaotix. Pretty dramatic. Very dramatic. Lock and load, here we go. Yeah, yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog with great reluctance presents his friendly nemesis Knuckles and the echidna's traveling companion Archimedes as they battle the Chaotix in order to defeat the evil deadlier threat of Enerjack. I did that all in one breath. Don't mind the typing noises, I'm sharing the room. Time to read! Deep within the heart of the Evan Citadel, the fate of everything as we know it will be decided. A battle to be fought with neither side offering or giving any quarter. Here the past collides with the present as descendants square off against Ancestor. The fiercest of opponents in any conflict are always those linked with the thickest of blood. For them, the matters become more personal as the struggle evolves from the mere physical contest to one of conquering the opponent's heart and soul. Up until now, Knuckles has been master of all he's surveyed on the tropical paradise known as the Floating Island, content in the belief that his was a noble calling. Now he must fight for what he believes in, or surrender to a legacy of fear. Although guided by his mentor, the fire ant known as Archimedes, Knuckles may find he needs more than a little help. He may need a miracle as well. Hoo-wee! That's a lot of words. My music stopped. I have to start it over. The serene calm of the night sky over Necronopolis conceals well the conflict about to erupt. You can do this easy, or you can do it rough. Either way. Wait for my signal. Enerjack still wins! You may have trapped us cold. You may have trapped us cold. The end. Waiting on a miracle plays. Knuckles. Sonic's friendly nemesis Knuckles. Rites of passage. Fawoosh. Flame off, bud. That's a reference. But we can still make it hot for you. Some like it hot. There's his name. Oh, goody. Here he comes. Oh, goody goody. Or I'll really cool you off with some heavy-duty H200 smoking. Another reference. Another reference. Hey, where'd that fog come from? Where'd they go? Who knows what fear lurking in the hearts of those who have been duped? That voice gives me the chills. Where is it coming from? We know. Pal. Yeah, that's Jim Carrey's The Mask, of course, because it's the 90s. And everybody likes Jim Carrey and The Mask all at the same time. Good thing for me you aren't yourself mighty, or else this would be mighty tough. As for you, Vector, I think you need to sit this one out. Sorry about this, kid, but better a bee than me. I should have anticipated this. My mindless minions can't think for themselves. Therefore, I must take action. Enough! Archimedes, what's happening to us? Alright, program puppets. Bring the echidna and fire ant to me. After all, it's been a long time. So much is happening. Fan art! Oh goody! There's Knuckles! With a lot of words next to him that I don't feel like reading. There's another Knuckles! That's a good Knuckles. I like that one. I like that Knuckles. And then Super Sonic and Hyper Knuckles. Thank you, Gaming Tinkerer. Just letting you know that this isn't the last we see of Enerjack. Knuckles is unfortunately bound to meet a fate to be the next one later on. Well, spoilers! But I kind of figured Enerjack would come back because he seems like a mainstay villain. He does seem like a mainstay villain, for sure. Since I visited the family. Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I visited the family. I'm quite sure, Echidna, you haven't any concept just how long, but I'd wager the fire ant does. Did you know that at one time, the echidnas were the most advanced species on Mobius? My brother Edmund and I were Kidnopolis' top scientists, and it was our dream to restore the floating island to its native Mobius, utilizing the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. I created the Chaos Siphon, which would gradually absorb the energy generated by the emeralds, thus lowering us until we were rejoined with the land. However, we were denied by the council elders, foolish old men too weak-willed to see that our predicament required a solution that was bold and daring. My brother was among them, and so it fell to me to carry out the plan. What I didn't count on was a redirection of the energy that was channeling into me, changing me into something far more. Yeah, I remember this. What's the point of having a whole story play out in the main part of the comics if you're just gonna tell the story in the side comic that it was setting up? What's the point of that? I don't really understand. However well I planned in my arrogance, I had not taken into account your ancestors entering the fray, Fire Ant. They foiled my plans, bringing down my own creation upon me. I suppose my brother Edmund took it upon himself to make atonement for my deeds. Probably wrecked with guilt over my death. But I did not die. For untold generations I lay in utter blackness until the time was right for my rebirth, and with my renewed life force, I emerged, free to conquer the world and beyond. Panels within panels, yeah. Panels within panels. For first-time readers? I mean, I guess, but it just seems like a lot. They could have had the story, the mini-stories that Knuckles did in the main story, and took those and put them in their own comic, and then make this four comics long. And then just make it its own thing. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. A lot of re-said, I guess. A lot of repetition. Of all who could possibly stand in my way were you two, making your removal from the scene my highest priority. I admit amazement that you made it here through the desert. We're not really here, you know. We're a mirage. You're imagining things in your state of delusional grandeur. Interesting. He doesn't know about the oasis we found out there. Don't mock me, young pup. Behold! Wham! Whap! You can't even begin to comprehend the power I wield. Power so limitless. I like that Knuckles was being very sassy. Retellings, yeah, it's a lot of retellings. A lot of retellings for some reason. I don't know if they actually are a hologram. I think they were just trying to be sassy. that the energy it takes to hold this island afloat can create a new tower from the earth. Only this time, I don't foresee it collapsing anytime soon. Don't be so sure, history just might repeat itself. Right, Archimedes? Truer than ever you know, Echidna. The ants! The ants are coming one by one, hurrah, hurrah. All he does is boast and brag. What good is this Egyptian god Echidna? I mean, he did build an entire city. And a bunch of robots, too. With his own power. With nothing but his power. That is kind of impressive. I hardly think so. Let me demonstrate. Krakoon. That was but a mild taste. Are we supposed to be impressed? No, you're supposed to quake in mortal terror at the fate I've in store for you. Prepare yourselves. Here come the ants. Here come the ants once again. Ants. Ant-Man. Ant-Man! For this is one time you cannot escape. Wait for my signal, lad. I bid you adieu. What? Poof. You really think some cheap parlor trick will help you elude me? Just as I stemmed the flow of air for allowing you to breathe. So that's what happened on page 5. They've vanished. Here come the ants. Here come the ants. They're all wearing shoes. They're all wearing little shoes. Where'd they get their shoes? Where'd they get their little shoes? Where'd they get them little shoesies? Of all the... Attention, chaotics! The echidna and fire ant are on the loose. Located, captured, then bring them to me. The master commands! We must be quick with our task. There they go. The illusion trick is something else. So what's next? Here come the ants. This again. They played poker. Yeah, for mindless minions, they sure do know how to actually pass time. Quite interesting. Next, we prepare to counterattack. How do you propose we do that? He doesn't need to be anywhere near us in order to strike. You're quite correct. However, we have an ace up our sleeve. We do? We do! Right now, for some reason, my illusion trick, as you put it, keeps us concealed from Enerjack. Thus, we'll be able to get in position and... Here come the ants again. Surprise! Thwam! Woof! Yep, this is a plan, alright. Don't just stand on top of him. Cuff him! What? Oof! Enough! He has a beak, I just realized. Enerjack has a beak, that's weird. And the ants are coming to the tower. Here they come. The fire ants are back for more, yep. Enerjack is a duck. I had to itch my nose, hang on. Ugh. There we go. Why is my nose so itchy today? I thought maybe it would go away after a while, but it was really itchy during the tree stream. Oh, I gotta reload the pages. It only goes up to page 16 for some reason. There we go. Let me just put it back where I want it. There we go. The ants are coming. What did you hope to accomplish with that maneuver? That I'd laugh myself silly? How disappointing. I at least expected better of you, Echidna. The name's Knuckles, Enerjack. Or should I say, Great Uncle Dimitri. The only echidna who ever put himself over his own kind. I know. I've known all about you for a long time. I am what I am because of you. No. Uh-oh. Some stuff's happening. Is the tower falling? Uh-oh. You are who you are because of my spineless brother. You are who you are because of all the sacred sheep on the Grand Council. Bam! And they didn't have my vision or my courage. You call this courage? Fighting with enhanced strength? Clamp, clamp, clamp. Clamp, clamp, clamp. Clamp, clamp, clamp. Go the ants, ants, ants. I need only my raw natural strength to take you out, pup. You may be stronger, blam, but do you know how to fight? Pow! I have forgotten more than you have learned. Where's your bravado now, great nephew? Roar! Roar! So much is going on. So much is going on. There's a fight, and the ants are nibbling at the tower again. Oh, they're... I see they started, like, the engines on the tower. It's with my pride and honor, great uncle. Whack. Those are qualities I'll never lose. Qualities you never had. Whack. Wham. No! Crash! There he goes. There goes the tower. I thought Nux was the very last echidna. He is! He just, his great uncle was buried in rubble for thousands of years, and he was just freed. That's where this other echidna is coming from. Hang on, Archie. I'll pronounce Archie. Oh, hang on, Archie. I'm switching to glide mode. How's that for a landing? Thank you, everyone, for coming through, as I knew you would. But Archimedes, we only created an escape route so you could get away. We had nothing to do with launching the citadel into space. Then who? The city! It's vanishing like a bad nightmare. Oh boy. I feel like my head's been stomped on. You look like your head's been stomped on. Just the same, it's great to see your mugs. Knuckles! Defeated by ants again, yeah. Or something. Defeated by ants and also something else. Oh, forgot to switch the page. There we go. You did it again, Nux. But how'd you do it this time? Yeah! For once, guys, I can't take the credit. It was a combination of things that added up when I put them together. My dad's story, plus Archimedes, plus Enerjack's. I could have never defeated Enerjack on my own. However, if I could depend on the unlikeliest of sources for help, I stood a better than ever chance of beating him. Until now, I was basically a loner, relying only on myself. I think Enerjack sensed that and figured I wouldn't go beyond that. I simply learned from history. Enerjack didn't. For all his omnipotence, even Enerjack didn't know about the oasis we found in the middle of nowhere, and we still haven't a clue where it came from or disappeared to. Aw, who cares? The good guys won anyway. Let's party! Hooray! Let's party! As well you should, especially you, Knuckles. You've conducted yourself nobly and well. By distracting your great uncle through valiant combat, you allowed me to complete the rocket engines that carried him from his world. Without your efforts, all would have been lost. You understood the message of history. We are all together as one. That you accepted Archimedes as an ally gladdens me further. Though natural opposites, both echidnas and fire ants are intertwined for mutual benefit. Thus the relationship continues. Or isn't it the father's duty to look after his son? As for me, I shall keep a watchful eye on the forefathers have done for countless generations. For isn't the father's duty to look after his son? His father is alive! Knuckles' dad is alive! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! I thought he was dead! Whoa! Knuckles' dad! He came back with the milk! With the milk and cigs, you're right! He's back! Or maybe he never left. Maybe he never left. He was just there. And he abandoned Knuckles for some reason. Knuckles isn't fatherless. Yeah, he has his father still, sort of. Oh, there's more comic. Ever since I made initial contact to begin your training for more advanced responsibilities, I didn't think you could adapt to new situations, but you surprised me. I will admit, you've shown me you're up to the task of being guardian of the floating island. Just don't let it go to your head, my lad. You're okay yourself, Archie. For a fire ant, that is. You know, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Ah, isn't that sweet? Isn't that so sweet? Oh, there's the ship. There's the ship that Enerjack was launched into. He's in space. Ha 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 ha. The end for now. Epilogue. I forgot about the epilogue. Epilogue. It's not Archie, it's Archie. Short for Archimedes. Is that the end? Oh, it's the ship! Map of Enerjack's Citadel of Darkness. That's the top is where the ship is. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this thing. But the top was cut off and turned into a rocket ship. And now he's in space! Now he's in space. Can you believe it? And of course, I'm expecting him to come back. Because of course, Enerjack seems like a character that they would want to use on multiple occasions. You know. I think we have time for one more comic? Maybe? Let's take a look. Oh, let's take a look at my list. I'm going and consulting my list. Would be number 37. And 38, 39, and then the Mecha Madness special, and then 40 and 41. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... sorry. I did say one more comic, but, I actually want to stop now. Because my throat's starting to hurt. Yeah, even with water, my throat's starting to hurt. Because I streamed earlier. I did a stream earlier. So my throat's starting to hurt a little bit from talking so much. Alright, I'm gonna get going then. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna look for some dinner. Maybe take a break. Take a little rest. Watch a movie. I don't know. I'm gonna rest for the rest of the night. I hope you guys had fun with this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the Knuckles Miniseries and the introduction to Enerjack. I should say before I leave that if once again, thank you EB Crazy. Wow, that's a dono. That's a big dono. The Knuckles series in the comics is gonna get weirder from here on out, especially that Panders is involved. I'm sure. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you remember, there's gonna be a video tomorrow. It's the video that's supposed to premiere on the 16th, but if you're a member of SNT Special Squad, you get to see it a week early. Also, if you're a member of the Patreon, you see it a week early too. So either way, if you want to join either one of those, there's links in the description. Thank you, Jacob Foster. Here's a goodbye hug for you. Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, I will see you guys next time I stream. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe Saturday again. We will see. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, goodbye!